Hello, my name is Mette. Today I would like to show you my vintage shoe collection. I have collected vintage shoes in 30 years, from the 1890s to the 1940s, and here are some of them. I started collecting vintage shoes in my early 20s. I went on flea markets and vintage shops and antique shops, and later on I also bought lots of my pairs on the internet. It's the first shoe I ever bought. It's from the 1920s. And in my student time in Copenhagen, I wore it a lot. And today I have made a reproduction of this model. It's called Ruby, and it comes in 4 different colors. So now I would like to introduce you to the collection, and we will start with the 1890s and we'll go up to the 1940s. These are my shoes from 1890s to 1920. This shoe is my oldest everyday shoe I have in my collection. It's from the 1890s. It's from America, and it has a very slim, long pointed toe and a very unique leather stacked heel with a shape that is very common from this period. This shoe was a very high quality in this period, and it was used by upper class women. The shoe is made of very smooth, thin, high quality leather. And in this part it's silk. The eyelets are with stitchings. Now I would like to show you a wedding shoe from around 1910. It's filled with beaded embroideries and a very beautiful hole pattern. And it has a low pompadour heel and very pointed toe. And it's pure silk, so it's very fragile and very beautiful. We have another one here. It's a black version from the same period. It's filled with stones. I think it's jet stones in many different sizes. This is an evening shoe from 1915. It has this very long pointed toe, which is very characteristic for this period, and also with this small buckle here. It's only for decoration. And a very low pompadour heel. I can show you the shoes in this book. I've bought it from the collector and the author. This is a two-tone walking shoe from the same period. As you can see, it has the same point of toe, but this is a more solid straight heel. These 3 shoes are all evening shoes. They are from around 1919. They are very beautiful with this is a pompadour heel and this is a more straight, solid heel. Now I would like to show you my 20 style shoes. At the beginning of the 1920s, the ankle became very visible in the fashion, and in this period the Mary Jane shoe became very popular. Mary Jane shoe is a shoe with an ankle strap closed with a button or buckle. These are all evening shoes from the early 1920s. These are with gold lame, and these are also with some kind of brocade with gold lame, and a very special one with lots of straps. This kind of heel is called a pompadour heel. It was very popular in the Edwardian era and also in the beginning of the 1920s. It was very common. It's very curved in this part, but also inside here. When we go up later up in the 1920s, the heel become more like this, more a Spanish heel. This is a stacked leather heel. It's also in the 1920s that the T-strap become very popular. This evening shoe is made of satin. It's very common in the 1920s that the evening shoes was made of this material. I'd like to show you a wedding shoe from 1926. It's from Denmark. It's this one. It's a military heel, so it's not so high, and it's made of golden leather. It's very beautiful. It's Peter Sørensen Skotøjsbutik. It's from Copenhagen. In this period, it also became very popular to mix 2 different kind of materials in one shoe. This is with lizard and with full grain leather. Sometimes it was with snake skin or crocodile skin, but this one is with lizard. In the early 1930s, it was the Art Deco period. This style is very common and you see it in a lot of clothes and also in shoes. And here we have an Art Deco pump from the early 1930s. It's made of soft suede and very beautiful shiny pattern here. And here we have another Art Deco. It's this one. As you can see, the heel is now very high. And it was very modern to have very small feet in the 1930s. And the higher the heel was, the shorter your feet look like. This shoe is an energetic American shoe. It was a very popular brand and you can see a lot of commercials in many magazines from this period. This one is a two-tone high heel pump and it was very common in the 1930s that they had two colors in the shoe. This shoe is of white suede and navy blue details and a very beautiful cut-out pattern here on the front. These two shoes are typical Oxford shoes from the 1930s. They were used for every day and they have a very pointed toe and military heels. And very often they were a cut-out pattern or perforation pattern. These are some of my 1940 shoes. In the wartime period, the shoes become more practical because the women had to work. And the Oxford shoe and derby shoe became very popular for everyday use. And often they were with a brogue pattern, perforation pattern, and also with these cute tassels on the shoelaces. These are nurse shoes from America. Also with a very practical military heel, so the woman could work and feel comfortable. But of course the women also had to look elegant, so it was very modern with platform shoes, also with sling back and a very small peep toe on the front. Here are some platform shoes from the 1940s with cut-out patterns. These are in suede and these are in navy blue leather with golden details. And you can see it's very solid high heel and also the platform is quite high. Here's some dark green everyday suede shoes with platform soles and a very solid high heel, and you can see this cute tassels here in the front. It has a slightly rounded toe, which was very common in the 1940s. It's very important to store the shoes correctly and protect them against light and dirt and pollution from the air. When I store the old vintage shoes, I use acid-free cardboard box and acid-free tissue paper. I put a lot of tissue paper inside the shoe, so everything is protected inside and keep the shape of the shoe. Every shoe in the collection is very special to me. The unique design, all the beautiful materials and historical fashion, it's really interests me. So if you want to see some more of this collection or another collection, please just write a comment in the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video.